powerful tool. It can be used to promote your business, gain new friends, and stay in touch with the old ones. But the internet is one of the most dangerous places, especially if you do not know what you are doing with it. We are now in our lesson, the rules of netiquette. Netiquette or network etiquette is concerned with the proper manner of communication in an online environment. Whenever you communicate in the virtual world, consider the following rules, adapted from Virginia Shea, the core rules of netiquette. Rule number one, remember the human. When communicating electronically, whether through email, instant message, discussion post, text, or another method, practice the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Remember, your written words are read by real people, all deserving of respectful communications. Before you press send or submit, ask yourself, would I be okay with this if someone else had written it? Rule number two, adhere to the same standards of behavior online that you follow in real life. While it can be argued that standards of behavior may be different in the virtual world, they certainly should not be lower. You should do your best to act within the laws and ethical manners of society whenever you inhabit cyberspace. Would you behave rudely to someone face to face? On most occasions, no. Neither should you behave this way in the virtual world. Rule number three, know where you are in cyberspace. Netiquette varies from domain to domain. Depending on where you are in the virtual world, the same written communication can be acceptable in one area, where it might be considered inappropriate in another. What you text to a friend may not be appropriate in an email to a classmate or colleague. Rule number four, respect others people's time and bandwidth. Electronic communication takes time to read and time in which to respond. Most people today lead busy lives just like you do and don't have time to read or respond to frivolous emails or discussion posts. As a virtual world communicator, it is your responsibility to make sure that the time spent reading your words isn't wasted. Make your written communication meaningful and to the point without extraneous text or superfluous graphics or attachment that may take forever to download. Rule number five, make yourself look good online. One of the virtual world's best things is the lack of judgment associated with your physical appearance, the sound of your voice, or the clothes you wear, unless you post a video of yourself singing karaoke in a clown outfit. The quality of your writing will judge you, so keep the following tips in mind. Always check for spelling and grammar errors. Know what you're talking about and state it clearly. Be pleasant and polite. Rule number six, share expert knowledge. The internet offers its users many benefits. One is the ease in which information can be shared or accessed. And in fact, this information sharing capability is one of the reasons the internet was founded. So, in the spirit of the internet's founding fathers, share what you know. When you post a question and receive intelligent answers, share the result with others. Are you an expert at something? Post resources and references for your subject matter. You have recently expanded your knowledge about a subject that might be of interest to others? Share that as well. Rule number 7. Help keep flame wars under control. What is meant by flaming and flame wars? Flaming is what people do when they express a strongly held opinion without holding back any emotions. As an example, think of the kinds of passionate comments you might read on a sports blog, where flaming is not necessarily forbidden in virtual communication. Flame wars, when two or three people exchange angry posts between one another, must be controlled, or the camaraderie of the group could be compromised. Don't feed the flames. Extinguish them by guiding the discussion back to a more productive direction. Rule number 8. Respect others people's privacy. Depending on what you are reading in the virtual world, be it an online class discussion forum, Facebook page, or an email, you may be exposed to some private or personal information that needs to be handled with care. Perhaps someone is sharing some medical news about a loved ones or discussing a situation at work. What do you think would happen if this information got into the wrong hands? Embarrassment, hurt feelings, loss of job. Just as you expect others to respect your privacy, so should you respect the privacy of others. Be sure to err on the side of caution when deciding to discuss or not the discuss virtual communication. Rule number 9. Don't abuse your power. Like in face-to-face situations, there are people in cyberspace who have more power than others. They have more expertise in technology or have years of experience in a particular skill or subject matter. Maybe it is you who possesses all this knowledge and power. Just remember, knowing more than others do or having more power than others may have does not give you the right to take advantage of anyone. Always think of rule number 1. Remember the human. Rule number 10. Be forgiving of other people's mistakes. Not everyone has the same amount of experience working in the virtual world, and not everyone knows the rules of netiquette. At some point, you will see a stupid question, read an unnecessary long response, or encounter misspelled words. When this happens, practice kindness and forgiveness as you would hope someone would do if you had committed the same offense. If it's a minor offense, you might want to let it slide. If you feel complete your response to a mistake, do so in a private email rather than a public forum. Here are some of the internet threats you should be aware of when using the internet. First, malware stands for malicious software. It has 5 types. First, virus, a malicious program designed to replicate itself and transfer from one computer to another either through the internet and local networks or data storage like flash drives and CDs. Second type of malware is worm, a malicious program that transfers from one computer to another by any type of means. Often, it uses a computer network to spread itself. For example, the I love you worm, the bug worm created by a Filipino. It is a malicious software of malware is Trojan. A malicious program that is disguised as a useful program but once you downloaded or installed, leaves your PC unprotected and allows hackers to get your information. Example is the Road Security software. tricks the user into posing that it is a security software. It asks the user to pay to improve his or her security, but in reality, they are not protected at all. Fourth type of malware, the spyware. A program that runs in the background without you knowing it, just called spy. It has the ability to monitor what you are currently doing and typing through keylogging. Keyloggers used to record the keystroke done by the users. This is done to steal their password or any other sensitive information. It can record emails, messages, or in any information you type using your keyboard. Fifth kind of malware is adware, a program designed to send you advertisement mostly as pop-ups. Spam, unwanted email mostly from bots or advertisers. It can be used to send malware. Other internet threats is phishing. Its goals is to acquire sensitive personal information like passwords and credit cards details. This is done by sending you an email that will direct the user to visit a website and be asked to update his or her username, password, credit card, or personal information. One of the example of phishing is farming, a more complicated way of phishing where it exploits the DNS or the domain name service of the system. In the past, doing something embarrassing was not much of a big deal. It happened, people would laugh at it, and they would move on. Nowadays, embarrassing moments are captured using any device you could imagine. What is worse is that people can easily upload it to the internet, where it can be stored forever. This could impact not only your reputation, but also the people around you. What is worse is that people tend to ignore this fact and suffer from it later in their life. Once you post something over the internet, search engines keep them in their archives for search results. This makes anything you post to last forever, even if you delete it in your page. Something you and your friends find funny today may be something that could harm someone's reputation later. Before hiring, companies do a background check to an applicant. At the easiest way to check your background is to visit pages that are related to you. Thus, if they find disreputable information about you, it may harm your reputation even if this information has been discharged. So then, remember this phrase. Think before you click. Here are things you might want to consider before posting something over the internet. Number one, before you post something on the web, ask this question to yourself. Would you want your parents or grandparents to see it? Would you want your future boss to see it? Once you post something on the web, you have no control of who sees your post. Second, your friends depend on you to protect their reputation online. Talk to your friends about this serious responsibility. Third, set your post to private. In this way, search engines will not be able to scan the post. Fourth, avoid using names. Names are easy for search engine to scan. Number 5, if you feel that a post can affect you or other reputations, ask the one who posted it to pull it down or report it as an inappropriate. Always think before you click.